got three actually. So, first one, I remember when Grandpa and Grandma were living at Kentwood Townhouses in Escondido on Fig Street. And when I was a teenager, especially in junior high, I was kind of a knucklehead. And I can remember.
Still kind of
yeah, the original one we were saying. Yeah, Kevin verifies it. But I can remember Grandma. Grandma never gave up on me. Maybe she got frustrated with me in my tude once in a while, but I can remember her always wanting to share with me and sit down and talk with me. And I listened. I maybe never responded, but I always listened. Secondly, I remember when Grandma was living in her apartment in Midway. Esther and her were going to take a trip across country, and Grandma needed a cell phone. So Barb and I were spending time. We used to go over and have dinner with her and play, and I think she used to win all the games. And I drove her over to, for some reason she went all the way over to the place in Encinitas to rent a cell phone. The big old battery pack ones. So I drove her all the way over there in her Ford, I think it was a teal colored Ford Taurus. And we picked up this cell phone and got back, and then she went on her trip. And Joyce was kind of, she would tell me when we got back she was nervous because Esther was driving at times, I guess. But,
that would do it.
Yeah. And the other memory I think is actually through Todd and Karen. I remember a couple weeks before she passed on, we had Todd and Karen shared this with us was, and I told people who told me at school when they asked, well, I'm sorry. I said, well, no, don't be sorry, because, this is what she shared with my brother and sister-in-law is, I don't know why God's got me here. It's time for me to go. So, but those are memories I'll always cherish. So.
On that trip, she stopped at our house, threw away our coffee maker thing. Her and Esther, you're not Esther, took apart our table.
Grandma?
Yeah, and then we took them to dinner in Fort Collins, and they thought it felt just like Europe.
Europe in the fort.
Well, there's kind of a picture in my mind forming about my mother and me that I want to share with you. But first of all, this video was really great, and it was based on Proverbs, right? Well, I want to share with you a verse from Psalms 116:15, I think it is. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, which to me just means that even though God loves us dearly while we're alive, our death is very important to him too. And Mom was a sinner, but she was a forgiven sinner. And she was robed in the righteousness of Christ. And I'm absolutely sure that she's in a better place and a better state where sin can't touch her. And now the picture that I have in my mind is that one day I'm going to be sitting across the table from her, and we're both going to be suited up in that robe. And there's going to be a little crystal glass on the table full of candy. Okay? And that's candy that she managed to sneak into heaven. She always had that stash,
Or right-hand door.
And there's going to be a square board on the table with little square tiles.
Yep.
And I'm going to be looking at her, and maybe I'm going to reach out and touch her, and with my right hand I'm going to try to make a word which will end in, I'm going to lose the game.
Stay here.
That's my picture. And one other thing is back when I was in first grade, we lived in this duplex in St. Paul. Christmas time, we had this cat, there was a problem with the cat and the Christmas tree. 2 or 3 times it had run up this tree and knocked the tree down. So I just one day it did again, and my mom had had enough. So this was like the great launching of the Christmas cat. You know? There was Sputnik and Challenger and the shuttle, but you know, in the annals of cat flight, this was special because she got this cat. She didn't kick it; she just caught it underneath, you know, top of her foot and launched that thing. I just remember this cat was flying through the air, screaming, and I don't know what happened to the cat, whether another Christmas or not, but that memory's all stayed with me.
Is going down the tree?
Yeah.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Well, the foremost thing in my mind is obviously her faith. I mean, if I can just have 5% of the faith that she has lived, you know, I figure I'd be doing good. And Grandma always took me to Wild Animal Park all the time. That was really neat. And I remember Kama, remember Kama, the evil cat? She was evil. I'm surprised Grandma didn't launch that cat somewhere. But I think the funniest memory I have, and a little bit more recent, was when I have 2 tattoos. And it's the first tattoo that I got on my back.
Uh-oh.
Here's one for you. Look at this one.
And I think I had recently gotten it when I came here for a visit. Aunt Carol, do you remember this? Okay. So I was in the kitchen, and I hadn't told anybody. Mom found out half an hour before this, and whatever. Okay. And of course, you know, Tammy doesn't get a small tattoo. She gets, you know, she gets big ones. So, so this one, it was in the kitchen. It's that one. Right,
Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in.
Anyway, so we're in the kitchen, and it was towards the morning. And Aunt Carol goes, Mom, come here, Mom, come see Tammy's back. Come see Tammy's back. What? Okay, so she's coming over, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Grandma, I got a tattoo. She goes, oh, okay. So I'm showing it like this, you know, like this. She tugs at my skin. She goes, I'm trying to get your shirt straight. Oh, Aunt Carol goes, Mom, that's her skin. That's my favorite one. That's most recent.
I think my earliest memory of Mother was right after Steve was born. And I had been going to the mailbox every day anticipating his arrival.
He had to be delivered, right?
Yeah, somehow he didn't come in the mailbox. But, and then I vividly remember her sitting there on the couch, and this baby was laying on a receiving blanket, and she was, you know, sitting right by him and, you know, kissing him and hugging him. And I thought that was totally unnecessary. I saw no reason that I mean, what did that baby need that for? You know, you're doing that to me.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I just didn't.
Just a memory.
I
A memory of a memory.
Ended up with the cat.
It always does with the cat. Whose cat was it? Was that Grandpa's cat or was it Grandma's cat?
Steve gave him the cat.
It always sat with Grandpa. Grandpa was the only one that
Moved to California, all of a sudden the cat got really nasty.
Steve came out of the
That was your anniversary present, right? It was like the gift that keeps on giving.
Everybody wants an animal for anniversary.
Every year, take it back, give it back.
Well, my memory is not all that long ago. We took Ruth maybe about 10 years ago or so camping with us in Pendleton, Oregon, and we were in our trailer, and anyway, the fun thing that I'm picturing is that she went around the golf course with us in the cart, and she'd already quit driving, but she wanted to drive the golf cart, and she just thought that was so much fun, going on the golf course with us and giving us advice. And anyway, she just got a big kick out of driving that golf cart.
Did it help her game?
No.